For 2025, I'm trying to find out what my golfing handicap would be. I'm here at the stunning La Cala Golf Resort, and today is the second round of 3 that I'm taking on. We're going to be playing the Europa golf course and see what my score will be to find out my handicap. This course is the easiest course here at La Cala. It's a slope rating of 136. 6,600 yards off the back tees, a par 71, and it was opened in 2005. Bit less undulation here, wider fairways, bigger greens, but I don't think that tells the true story, that slope rating, because whenever we come here, I always find this one probably the trickiest courses. There's a lot of carryover water and stuff like that, and overall it's a real good test, like all 3 of them are. We're on the first. It's 320 yards down to the hole. I'm going to ease in with a nice iron and see how we go. It should be fairway, I think. So first tee shot safely away. It's a bit of a gentle opener here on the Europa. Now, after round 1, if I were to have 3 of the same scores, if you haven't seen round 1, go and check that out. We played over on the America course. If I were to have 3 of the same scores, I'd be looking at around about a scratch handicap, but I would say I left a lot out there yesterday. Left a lot. Good off the tee, not good with irons into greens, and chipping and putting was actually mediocre. Interestingly, my putting was the one that on strokes gained I lost the most shots on, which is very uncharacteristic for me, but feeling a bit better, feeling positive this morning. I'm going to try and better my score by 2 or 3 today if we can, with this being the easier course, and see if we can put ourselves in a good position heading into tomorrow. Fairway found. I've got 90 yards. My ball's actually back over here, but there's a big bunker in the way, so I'm just having a little scope of where the flag is. Undulation on this green, it sort of tears from left to right, so only 90 yards. I want to go pretty much straight at it. It's downhill, maybe about 4 or 5 yards, so 52 degree. Let's get one in close. It was just a fraction shy. It's literally pitched and stopped pretty quick. I didn't realise there was this upslope. It was a poor strike anyway, but just need to pop this onto here. There's that early morning dew, which is sort of helping me not get too fast on it, but I think anything landing around the front should be spot on for us. I thought that was going to swing to it. I thought that was going to swing to it. We'll take it. We will take it. New putter in the bag today. After round 1, those putting strokes gain stats left me wanting to change. I actually wanted to put this in round 1, but there was an embargo. If you haven't seen the video for these new putters, go and check them out. They're very, very interesting. Some un-Mizuno-like technology in them, and I must say, I rather like it. Right, on to the second. So our second hole here is a par 4, again 340 yards. It's a blind one. You can see the fairway where you're hitting up to, but then it sweeps dogleg from left to right going down to the green. Bunker on the right at 215 that you've got to avoid, but there is actually quite a bit of room up the left that you can't see as much off the tee, so 5 wood, because as well there is a bit of run out. You can't sort of hit it past 290, I think the run out is, and then you're on a very severe down slope, so hit this, let it bounce out to about 260 and wedge in. Ooh, God, what's that? Oh, it just clipped something. There is a couple of trees down the right side. There is fairway there, but we will see. Well, we did get the ball and it was just down in there in the trees, so red stake, going to take a penalty drop here. That means I'm going to be hitting 3 now, which isn't ideal, but luckily plenty of golf to be played. Plenty of golf. Right, we've got 138 to the flag. Sorry, I've actually hit the floor there. It's 142 to the flag. 142 downhill out to that rough. Downhill it's playing about 130 because of the drop. So I think a solid pitching wedge is enough. There's not much green on this one. It's long, but it's narrow. Travel, it's going to be right a bit, just a little bit chunky, but we've got a putt for par, which is all we needed to do really. Poor tee shot. I always find on this golf course, the second tee and the fourth tee are the hardest shots that you'll face off the tee, and then the rest are actually, bar the I think it's the 16th par 5, everything else off the tee is actually quite generous, but those 3 ones, if we can try and not have a calamity like that, we'll be okay. Right, so we've got about 25 foot up the hill here, left to right. It's very peaceful out here right now. Sun's just coming up, but if I can navigate this, I'm expecting 5. If we can get through 3 and 4, then we're going to be okay. Let's give it a go. Well, that was a save and a half, everybody. That was a save and a half. New putter always works well. So our third hole is a par 3. You've got the brook running all the way down. You may just hear the water trickling down back towards the ocean, which is sea, ocean, whatever it is that way. 150 yards it is. It's playing about 145 with the downhill element here. Bunker to the right, bunker back left, but big slope left. So I'm going to play in between the slope and the flag and hopefully bring it in off that. I've got 9 iron. I'm going to go 3/4 with this. I've just got to remember to still commit and give it the full hit if I am doing it. Kick for me. I tell you what, it was the right shot. If we were playing maybe a couple of hours later and the dew had been burnt off, I think that would have been about 3 or 4 foot, but looks like we're just on the green. Better iron shot, that's what we need. Just bobbled on me, just hit a pitch mark and went a tiny bit on us. I must say I like the shape of this putter. Feels confident with this grip. All about the grip, I think, with a putter. If you get the grip right, anything can feel good, and even if it's your putter that you've got and you just change it, it just gives it a completely new putter feeling. So the fourth hole here is playing 430 yards. It's a par 4. The brook's running all the way through here. More than a brook really, it's a mini river. There's a slither of fairway out there. Like I say, probably the hardest bar, the 16th, which is up on top of the hill here. The hardest tee shot. You can't really hit driver because it runs out. Gonna hit 3-wood. There's a bit more room right than you think as well though, but then you hit this and then you go across with maybe a mid to long iron. So, gotta be committed, pick your line and really choose your shot and put a good swing on it. That will work nicely, as he says, as he looks suspensefully on. It was down the middle with a little fade, so we should be all right. Right, fairway found nicely. You could be more adventurous if you wanted with driver, but you get into the narrowest point of the fairway and you've got to carry it longer over the river there. So this now 3-wood in place has left me, I think it's around about 212 yards to the flag. I'm going to go 4 iron here. That's my 215 carry club. Just play a little bit left of it. The pin's tucked behind a bunker on the right. There's 3 bunkers, there's 4 actually here. You can't see the 4th one. You know, the parrot's there. The bunker is guarding it. The pin is pretty much middle, but direct route on the angle that we're playing would be over that front right trap. So 4 iron just up the left with a little cut. Somewhere on the dance floor, 2 putts, and we're away home and dry really. Cut for me, cut, missed the trap. Wasn't my best strike, a little bit clean, but we're just on the fringe, which is okay, because that's probably the hardest iron shot I reckon I'll have today. Sort of bristly grass here before you get onto the greens, all Bermuda greens, but the grass around the fringes is quite snaggy, so 52, just pop it out and let it just run up to the hole. Oh, I landed it about a foot shy of where I wanted to, but it did pretty well. Just left a little bit more meat than we would have wanted. Didn't think I'd given it enough then, and it was just gonna miss right, but it held its line. The greens are that pure, even in December, that if you get the line right and you've got the pace, they're just gonna roll and track. So 4 holes played, and I do feel that getting 2 and 4 out of the way, I've got a little bit of a free run at the course now. Not to say that it's easy, but I feel always that those first 4 holes set the tone for the course here at Europa. But looking at my round yesterday, if you haven't seen round 1 of me getting my handicap, make sure you check that out. But tee shots I was really happy with. I was 0.23 shots lost off the tee, so pretty much level. Into the greens, minus 2.9. Around the greens I actually gained 0.3 of a stroke, and then putting actually lost 0.3. I only had 29 putts, funnily enough, but a lot of that was missing a couple of putts where I hadn't hit greens. So I think the irons have been night and day from where they were yesterday. Yes, I've not hit many greens thus far. I've actually only hit 1 green in regulation, but the misses have been literally on the side of greens, as where it was a very different story yesterday. So I feel like we've got a good start there under the belt. We just need to build upon it now. So we get up onto the 5th hole here. Quite a high point, or one of the higher points that you will see on the Europa course. You're actually looking back across to the hotel there in all its glory. Quite a nice view up here. But this 5th hole, it's 372 yards. It plays straight up the hill. You're going across a ravine and then teeing up. There's a bunker at 263 and a bunker at 283, but you can almost add maybe 30-40 yards onto them because of the elevation, and when you hit the fairway it's not going to run up that much. The big thing is the tree in the middle of the fairway you've got to avoid. So driver, let's get this going. First shot with it today. If we drive it like we did yesterday, we'll be in a good spot. Just a little bit more fade than anticipated. The beauty is, I was going to say it will run down, but it stayed up on the slope there. That's annoying. That's going to be a difficult shot. A little bit pushy early on with that, but not the end of the world. 135. I think the ball might go left off here. Let's get a 9 iron out and try get it on the green. This is one of the tests of Lacala golf. You never really get a flat line. I know people say, well, why would you want to play there? But I would find playing off a flat lie all the time just completely boring. Different challenges you face here. The ball's going to want to swing right, making sure you can keep your balance in your golf swing, building that good base to adjust for it, and stability. Let's see if we can do it. Up the right, 9 iron down the bottom of the grip. Go, go, go! Well, should just be on. We'll take it. It was tough because it was sat up on this sort of spongy grass and hard enough not trying to get it off the top of the face, but we'll take that. Difficult shot, that one. Well, we've hit the green, but we've got quite a putt there. You can see how uphill it is from here. But one thing I would suggest, if you've ever got a long putt, don't just go to your ball, almost have a walk along the line of the putt. Not only are you getting an idea of its length, but you'll get an idea of where the land lies. If you just go straight back down to a long putt and sort of try and guess from there, there might be something you've missed. Like I didn't see the right to leftness down here, but definitely when you're up at this part of the green you can see more of that. So always bear that in mind. It takes you maybe 30 seconds to do it, and you're just giving your brain as well a good gauge on distance. Travel, travel, travel. Just didn't give it all that hit. Oh, I love it when the greens are pure and you can just trust your line and know you can put a good stroke on it. and it works out. The 7th hole here is a par 4 playing 390 yards. You drop down to the fairway and then you hit up to the green. The fairway gets exceedingly tight as you go up towards the green. So I'm only going to hit iron down. I'm going to hit 4 iron down because there's a bunker at 240 yards. So if I hit that down, it only leaves me maybe a 9 iron wedge up to the green, all being well. That should be A1. Perfect. Perfect. We are building a nice score today. That is what my golf needs, a little bit of building. 148 yards. It's playing uphill a little bit more than I thought, so it's 155 to the flag. Now there is a bit of room beyond there, it's at the front, so I'm going to go 8 iron, just take a bit off it, but I can give this a good smack. If I hit 9 iron and don't quite catch it, it's short, it's running back at my feet, as where even if I go a little bit long with this, it's just a long putt. So 8 iron, just right of the flag with a tiny cut. Tell you what, night and day from round 1. If you haven't seen round 1, go and check it out, because that was the stuff of dreams yesterday. I had a lot of nightmares going into the green. Very proud of myself there, because I am perfectly pin high and I didn't let ego get in the way. I actually did a little bit of game management there, thinking there's more green back there, just take a bit off, and I actually hit a very professional golf shot. Now all we need to do is knock him in. I hit that exactly where I thought, so I can't be unhappy because it was a good putt, just overread it, but it's another par. We're ticking along. It's actually interesting because there's a pro event going on out here the next 2 days. There was one a couple of days, Toro Tour I think it's called. Well, interestingly, they played this course, I think they finished yesterday 3 rounds, so we'll actually just try and find the leaderboard and see what the best score was around here, because that'll give me an idea as well as to where my game's at compared to some of those players. And I might even come back in January, because they've got a few around the Costa del Sol area. 405 is the 7th hole, straight down. You go up over, you can't see where the ball will actually land, and then you've got a pretty straightforward pitch in. There's a nice pole there just to aim at and give it all we've got. So good drive, let's keep it going. Down the middle. That will run. That will run and skip and hopefully leave us a short iron in. We're slap bang in the centre. I'm getting a good vibe here today. I'm like feeling calm and feeling collected. Lovely view back there. Look at the little cloud in the valley. We've got 140. What did I have last? I had one. I think it's one less than the last. So we'll go 9 iron. Travel. Well short. That's the shot that I hit yesterday. Big steep dig, just a little bit. I didn't quite get the follow through. Oh well. Bit of work to do. Well, 20 yards short. Not a good golf swing, but decent pitch solves it. If I can get this landing up round here, a couple of bounces, it should feed in. First test we really face here for a while in this round. Got the flight, just shut the face. Yeah, oh well. I didn't hit it. 2 little pulls there. First bogey from my best drive, but que sera. Lots of golf to be played yet. Lots of golf to be played. The 8th is playing 545 yards. It goes downhill and then you rise up to the green. Now driver, you could hit it, but you've got to hit it on the perfect line, as where if you can go down sort of middle to right with a fade with a 3-wood, it still chases down to the bottom. So just going to do that, because if you pull driver, there is bush out there that's no one's friend, so we will hit this. And if we get a nice one away, we can still go for it in 2. That is A1. Seeing a nice bound forwards there. We are all good. It's nice after that little blip on the last to still be in a good frame of mind and keep the game going. Well, 200 yards to the flag. We're literally about, what is it, 1 pace. If it had just crept over there, I reckon if it carries on trundling, I would have got another maybe 40 out of it. I would have been down at the bottom and looking at the best part of 150, 160 and then going in with 8 or 9 iron, as where now I'm going to be going in with a 5 iron, but it's still a good opportunity here. If we get a good strike on this one, again, just keep it up the right here and use the lie of the land to bring it back to the flag. If we do that, we've got a good opportunity. Please kick left hard for me. It was a terrible strike right out the bottom, but we are just shy of the front of the green with quite a good look at a chipping eagle there. We'll take it, we'll take it. It's all about how good your bad ones are, and that was pretty good for a bad one. Just got to pop it up here, let it run down. Great looking hole when you look back on it from up the top, from here. Land it there, 1 bounce, releases. Good shot. It's just that sort of ground there where I could see me duff. It was a tricky little shot that, but not the end of the world. Oh yes, end over end again. Just great greens. I love Bermuda greens. My only golf I want to play now is Bermuda greens. Might be a spoilt choice that, but birdie, back to level. Try not to focus on score too much really today, which has been good, but I sort of know where I am round the turn now. Everything's feeling nice. Iron's still not quite there, still a little bit hesitant, but we can build upon it. Our 9th hole is playing 173 today. Again, another one where you're dropping down, so it's taking about 5 to 10 yards off it. The pin is as far right and as far back as they can get it. I'm going to aim at the middle, try and hit my little stock fade. If we get it, brilliant. If not, middle of the green's good, and take a 2-putt here. Just again, my strike's just not been there these last 2 days with iron, just a tiny bit thin. I'm on the green, but just needed a bit more to get it there. Right, it's a long one again. There's the right line. That's going to go this way, so it's going to be left to right coming up here. All about pace here. Well, just hit a little old pitch mark or something there and just kicked it a little bit left, but the pace was very good. Just tap it in and off we go. It's a par. Be more scared of the water. Just teed off on 10. Not my finest moment. The pin was very, very tucked near the water that you will have seen on the drone. So it was a bit of a steery one, but 9 holes have been played. I'm level par. And again, it feels, I'm happy with the score, considering I don't feel like I'm firing on all cylinders yet. Irons have been a little bit hit and miss, not really. I think I hit that one great shot into the 6, but other than that, everything's just been a little bit tentative, a little bit searchy, but overall, pretty happy with where we are. We've got 3 par 5s on this 9, so hopefully some scoring opportunities. So if we can just get the irons going a little bit more, I think we should be in for a better round than round 1, which would be an absolute lovely thing going into the final day. But see what we can do here. That was awful. Every chip I've hit, I always hit a little pull. Matthew. Well, big putt. Knock this in, we're laughing. I hit that again where I wanted to, just bolted it on the break. Oh, I was confident because the greens look so damn good. Well, not what we needed there from a little hole. Not the ideal start to the back nine, but 8 more holes to play. Keep confident. I think that's one thing that's helped me over the first 28 holes or 27. Better attitude, not down on myself, a bit more positive, knowing that there's lots of golf to be played. So 8 more holes, 3 more par 5s, can still finish at least 7 under. 528 yards is the 11th, and it's playing all that because you can see the pin. It's a big dogleg right to left, and it's pretty much on the back fringe. Narrow little driving area, but I've been hitting driver nicely, so commit to it. Everything falls right to left on this hole as well. There is a bunker out that you see, which is a really good aiming point. And actually, when you've got driver in hand, it's 275 to that one. In fact, that's the 298 one. So this at that, and let it work off it. Let's get one back here. Come on, good drive, and we're all good. That should kick left for me. Yep. Oh, yeah, can you see it on the fairway? Perfect. That is what we want. It was a little bit tentative, but it's straight down there. And now we can hopefully give it a dig in too. Quite a way this one plays. I didn't realise you're actually hitting how much uphill you actually hit from down on that tee there. You're almost probably 20 yards below. But anyway, we've got 270 to the front and 305 to the back. So I'm going to just smash 3 wood up the right hand side. If it gets in one of the traps, it's actually not the end of the world. As long as it's the sort of 2 up the right, I'm okay with them. Up that right side, leaves me a pitch. And we'll be on for a little birdie. It's gone right. Don't hit that path. Ooh, that's right by the next tee. I nutted it. Going to be an interesting pitch across from there. Right, well, we've hit the green. That pin is just mad. It's a very long green, it's like 35 yards long, and it's not very wide. I think that's in the narrowest portion of the green. It's about 4 yards. I'm actually going to have to like kiss the fringe here with this putt. Get out of here with a par, and I feel like we've had a blinder. That was the perfect line. I'd literally nestled the cut there. That's all kinds of mental, all kinds of mental. It's a 5 though. It's a 5. Nice little tap in there from 2 feet. I don't think I could have done much more. If I would have left my layup where I wanted, even so, I would have had to have hit, you know, top tier pitch to have a birdie putt, but wow. I was thinking 3 par 5s this 9, real like go get 'em chances. That might not be the case. 370 yards our 12th hole. Bunkers down the left, you've got to just hit it up the right and let it come back down to the fairway. So I'm going to go 2 iron. This should sort of lead me in between, gets past the first one, leaves me shy of the second one. That's the plan anyway. Oh, that's so far off the planet. I heard it hit something. I'm going to hit a provisional, but that's lost. Unless there's been some hedge trimming that we don't know about. Wow. Feels like it's unravelled ever so slightly, this 9. That was what you were meant to do first time, Matt. Right. Let's see if there's a huge opening out there. Yeah, I'd need many a chainsaw and a search party to even comprehend finding that golf ball, so that was just, oof. Oh well, oh well. On to the next. At least we're in the fairway for the other one. Just got to up and down it now from about 160. 155, 160. I think it's the 8-iron shot that we hit earlier in the round. It's in between a 9 and an 8. And there's nothing for being short here, so take a little bit off the 8 and hopefully get up and down. Oh, don't turn anymore, don't turn anymore, don't turn anymore, don't, no, 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 no. Got the right yardage, just shut the face slightly in it. Ball's above my feet. Oh, this is going to be a disaster hole. This is going to be where I really need to dig deep now. It's annoying, I've got it like perfectly pin high pitching. Right, dig deep, Matt, come on. Focus on the job at hand, splash it out, land pace or two onto the green. Be a lovely time for a hole out now. It would be a lovely time. Oh, you're kidding me. Has it gone over the edge? Oh, I thought that was it. Oh. 3 off the tee there, hitting an iron. I need to get out of my own head of this tee shot. I'm still thinking about it because it was so struck as well, but come on, the job's not done yet. The job's not done. Oh, the greens are good. The greens are good. Oh, annoying. 6 on the scorecard there. Right, home stretch almost now. Going on to the 14th, we need to knuckle down and get going. Our 14th hole's a par 4 that sweeps from right to left. You sort of play the fairways sitting adjacent to us and we hit into it, and then you go directly left. There's a lot of bunkers on the hole, and what we need to make sure is that we get it in the fairway. Don't cut off too much of the corner as well, because you'll end up down. So there's a bunker at 260ish I want to carry, and then that leaves me enough room to run out to the one at 300. Get this in play and off we go. I've hit it nicely. Don't know if that carried the bunker. I pulled it on the line I intended. I'm not sure though. So we've teed off on 14. 5 holes left to go, or 4.5 holes left to go. Interesting where I am at the moment with my score. If I had the same score again tomorrow, had 3 very similar scores, I'd be just creeping into a plus figure handicap, and historically, like, my best was +2 that I got to. And even when I did this a few years ago around Warrington, I again got off +2 with this new handicap system. I would say maybe the game at the minute feels round about a 1 or 2 handicap, just because it's a little bit rusty, but I think if I were to look at where I need to be with the PGA stuff, I think if I just get a couple of, you know, strokes shaved off it, I'll be round about where I need to be. So there's just a bit of improvement, and I think we're on the right journey. I definitely feel like a bit more of a rounded golfer than I was back in the day. Head's getting better, not as aggressive out on the course in terms of scoring, just trying to plod and build scores. So fingers crossed we can feed in. We've managed to hit a good tee shot there, so let's see if we can make something of it. Right, 70 yards on this one. Pin is very tight left and the ball is above my feet, so it'll want to go left. So I'm going to err a little bit on the side of caution and play about 10 foot right and just try land this just shy of pin high, 52 degree. Don't overcomplicate it. Didn't overcomplicate it, and we hit a bloody lovely one. Stopped on a dime. Come on, Matt! Back it up, double birdie. Yeah. Pitched it just past that number that I said. That's one thing, that area of pitching, when I just set up and I've got it, feels so much better. Let's knock this in. Get in. I thought that was just going to dive and miss then because it was sneaky, but I'm buzzing with that. That's like the best birdie I've made. The tee shot was heart in your mouth stuff, but then that wedge just, oh, after that double as well, old me would have been thinking, oh no, I've gone to 3 over, I'm going to be 6, what's that going to do to my handicappers? Where I'm just thinking I've got a load more holes to go, I can build a score. Right, on to the next. Come on. My miss is a pull generally if I strengthen the face, so it'll go longer. It's wedge. I'm going wedge. I'm going to aim right at the flag with a wedge. It's 155, actually playing 140 down the hill. The sun's heating up. Yeah, if I pull this, I know what happens. Don't cut. Perfect. Perfect. About 15 foot right of the flag. It actually just faded off it a little bit. I thought we were going to be hole in one in them, but not to be. I have to wait till tomorrow now. Oh no, there is another hole to go where we could get it. Tempted to leave that one in, but I'm going to pull it because I don't want it to hit the flag and bounce out. Bit of uphillness on this one, bit of right to leftness. Come on, let's keep this show going. Pulled the life out of that. Great pace, just shut the darn face and missed it by 2 foot left. I know you can't expect to hole every putt, but that was just so bad. I just felt my hands roll as I went through that. Annoying after one of my better iron shots of the day, but let's keep going. We've got a couple of par 5s to go, albeit they're very tricky. A good finish, I think, depending on where we are score-wise when we get to the finish, depends whether I try and drive it or not, because it is pure runway down to the green. It's about 400 yards, and in summer I've knocked it through the back a few times because it's that downhill. But we'll not think that far in front. We've gotta go and do what we need to do down the next few holes. Quite intrigued as to know where this shot went. It's one of the larger divots. You can almost get a full driver in there. That's very impressive. Now I'm just, as we get onto it, I pulled it dry because it's par 5 straight away, but to be fair, I'm as straight as I am with driver as I am 2 iron, so 475 does narrow a bit, but if you go up the left, you're okay, and it'll fall back down to the fairway then. Also, there's a lot more room, I think, than you think out there because it widens out at about 250. So commit, hit that cut off that tree. Oh, that is so good. Oh, it's stayed, how has that stayed up? I honestly thought you could just hit it on that hill and it would just shoot it. Well, I'm not taking anything back about that shot because I've hit it exactly where I aimed it and struck it well on a tight hole where you need commitment. So hopefully we've got an okay lie and we can go at it. Right, this changes what I wanted to do now. These par 5s, 240 to that flag. We're not going for it, Matt. Please sensible. 200 yards out to the palm trees out there, so I think I aim at them and it should theoretically slide round. Could just hit a 4 iron or a 5 iron. Go for the 4, just get a little bit more length on it. Anywhere up there on the second fairway over the path. And we're good. This is going to test out the core stability. Oh, what a golf shot. Why can I hit that absolutely flush, get everything right about it, put me in the middle of the fairway with an 8 iron and I struggle? That was just like high caliber. Maybe I need more difficult shots to make me think My brain can't do simplicity. I'm just not clever enough for simple stuff. Don't duff it, I said to myself as I took that away. That way for me. Yeah. Well, it's a par. Pitch was the thing that diddled me there. Recovered well after what happened with the drive. And then don't duff it as you take it away as you thought. Need to be more certain on them. Wrong club choice, I think. But 3 holes to go. 3 more opportunities to keep this score going. And we're on the right path. Our 16th hole is a par 3 that's downhill. 182 yards it is to the flag, but it's going down significantly. So it's actually only 168 it plays. So I'm going to go 7 iron, just a little bit right of the flag because it's tucked tight. Get it on the dance floor and try and move on. Come on. Just moving right of the flag. Perfect yardage. Right, we've got chances. We've got chances. Let's keep it going. If we can creep in, if we got back to level, oh, it's all gravy, baby. This is the moment. This is the perfect moment to knock one in. Uphill, it's going to be right to left. It's just made for me, this. I can see it. I can just see it going in. Would have done if I hit it. Oh, that's annoying. That's very annoying. Perfect line. Urgh. It was uphill quite a bit, that. Oh, that's... Chance gone there. Chance gone, but 2 holes to go. If we can get back to level par, we're good. Quite happy with where we're at. Quite happy considering we're still, I would rate the game at B- at the minute. Got quite a few levels to get to A+, but who knows? We'll see, we will see. We get to the 17th, a par 5 straight up the hill, bunker on the right. The last one to get by is 270 up the hill, so that's nearly 300. A lot of room left of this though, so 524 the hole plays up the hill. Looks like the pin's at the front, which is a help, but got to get a good drive away and then try and get it close from there. Come on, keep going, keep going. That is drive of the day. Bit of smoke in that. A shame it pitched and stopped. But fairway found. Let's go team. Right, well, quite a way up this hill here. I've hit that 300 off the tee and I've still got 240 to the flag. I'm just going to go for it with 3-wood. It's quite wide open up there. It's got quite a bit of room left of the flag as well. So ball's slightly above my feet on a slight upslope, so everything is saying it wants to go left. So just get the 3-wood. If I hit a career one, we might get it on. But if we leave it just up there, we're okay. Just got under that slightly. I'm about 20 short. It was just so uphill, that. It's the thing, you look on the scorecard and you think, oh, par 5's brilliant. They're not actually that long in terms of, if the holes were flat, that drive probably would have run out maybe another 20, 30 yards, but it's pitched and just trickled. And then you're carrying going up, so all of a sudden it plays its full yardage and some. We keep going, a good pitch and all will be solved. Well, that was a make sure you don't leave egg on your face shot there. Needed to land it just up there to get it anywhere close, but at least we've got a chance of rolling this rascal in. That'll be lovely if we can pinch this. Two putts, Left dead in the centre. Oh, crikey, crikey, crikey. We're doing a lot of good stuff, we just need to tie it all together. Right, last hole, roll the dice, drove it well all day. 387, well 390 to the middle of the green it is. When you look where you're going, it is one heck of a way down there. If I get one on the right line, just down the left, and it gets a good couple of bounces, I think we'll be sitting pretty and can pinch that birdie back, maybe an eagle. Just commit to your line, and that's that. It's easy as that, Matt. Just do what you've done all day. That could be perfect. Stop cutting. Needs a left bounce. Not sure, it was dead centre of the green when it landed. Just got that shine on the fairways and it sort of drops down. I would think maybe 20-30 shy there, hopefully. Committed, I enjoyed that. Well, that 20-30 was anticipating a bit of bounce there. It's pitched and just stopped coming down from an almighty height up there. Summertime, that would have been well down, but only 84 to the middle of the to the front, and the pin looks about 5 paces on, so I'm guessing 92 yards, maybe 93. It's a great pitch here. Finishing style, come on, 52 degree. I'd love a hole out here, wouldn't we all? Be the number. We've got chances of that birdie, folks. We're right underneath it. We are right underneath it. Good news is I think I've bettered my score from yesterday. Unless there is a 4 or 5 whack. Not with this blade though. That was seamless, wasn't it? Wow, TV, great thing. About 10 foot for birdie here. We're going to improve our score from yesterday, or the first round. Make sure you've checked that one out if you haven't. Going into tomorrow, I think just better iron play again. Driving it well off the tee. Improve those irons, just hit some more greens, which Asia's got very small greens. So you're going to really have to maybe just be more conservative and build the score that way. Hole a few putts that will actually be better than what I predicted for myself. So let's get this boxed off. Oh, it stayed straight. It rolled so well as well. That's a bit sour. A few putts there, a few last holes that have actually done some good stuff, but it's an improvement on day one. 38 back gives me a 73 total, 2 over par, an improvement of a 2 shots from yesterday, 75, so 75, 73. If I did something very similar, if I did a 73 again round the Asia course, I think we're going to be looking at a +1 handicap. If I shoot round about 75, maybe plus 0.5. So yeah, it's trending in the right direction. Tough golf courses out here, and I've not had my A game, but make sure you watch the previous round here if you haven't already. Check out one of the other playing videos that we've got, and we're going to head into the final round and see what my handicap will be.